It's November 25th, 2021. For the first time, I've seen once before on one of the unknown science programs something called dowsing. But I've never heard it called witching. This morning on CBS News on television, they put on a gentleman in California who is explaining it in a manner that I've never heard other humans speak of. And then to listen to the round table of critics and not really whatever, they're like, well, there's no science behind it. Actually, there's a lot of science behind it. It's just not science that they're supposed to teach or promote.
We watched him witching in Doug Hill's vineyards, where they recently had to cut way back on the Napa City water they used to irrigate 12 acres of grapes. What about next year?
Next year, they're saying they won't guarantee any water.
None?
Zero.
This is where it's like magically it works because nobody's supposed to study the science behind it in dangerous whatever.
He's already drilling one of the locations Thompson identified.
You never know until you put the hole in the ground and figure it out.
Thompson's customers include popular wineries like Kendall Jackson and Gallo. And we confirmed they're happy with his work. But even Thompson can't explain exactly why witching works for him.
My theory is that we're kind of like a radio, and we're tuning into the electromagnetic fields of the Earth. We got something there.
There is no science to back that up. But Thompson does sometimes work in conjunction with geologists and hydrologists. At Doug Hill's vineyard, they hit water at about 400 feet deep. But the quality isn't good enough. The well cost $12,000 to dig, and the drill rig isn't available again for months. What do you typically say to people who doubt you?
I usually hand them a pair of rods. So you feel that?
Yeah. So what is that telling me?
You're over a water source here.
The rods did move, but I don't know what I'm feeling for.
And what it is, it's your mind sending a signal to your muscular system to actually close those rods.
He's right. Psychologists call those tiny muscle twitches idiomotor movements. They're caused by subconscious mental activity.
See where it crosses like that, Carter?
Over 30 years of dowsing.
I would not get... First of all, I hate psychologists. I'm not going to lie to you. It is my least favorite profession. They're a bunch of liars, thieves, cheats, and for the most part, they're a bunch of shitheads that write papers and essays and laurel tins for the big companies that keep everybody in trouble. So I'm not giving them the honest approval on what's going on with this. It's not a psychologist who writes the science behind this. It's some other kind of doctor, way more important in title, because of what the New York area has been pushing off as psychologists. They are a disgusting breed.
Thompson claims his findings have resulted in 4,000 wells.
This water spot is right here.
The only way to find out if he's right this time is to dig another well that will cost tens of thousands of dollars. Well worth it to Doug Hill if he finds the water that will save his vineyard. For CBS Mornings, I'm Carter Evans in Napa Valley.
Vlad's a doubter.
Well, I was going to say, if it wasn't for the 4,000 wells, I think I would be too. 4,000, come on.
I can doubt it. Says Carter basically said there is no science to back it up.
4,000, Vlad, 4,000 wells.
Everything is not about science.
Okay.
How do you all think you work? I mean, there's science around you, there's science inside of you, there's science interaction, and there's science to back up everything. It's just a matter of how it and if and when it's taught or not, and who knows it and how they linguistically explain it. The thing that I hate about psychologists in this area, that abusive profession, is the fact that they don't even know that there's, like, they don't even speak on the fact that there is your mind and your thought pattern does not originate and start within your body. There's a cycle of that. As you move and you are stimulated with your eye, it works within a thought pattern based on real science of the way that magnetics and stuff work. Psychologists around here just write their opinion, almost like a behavioral analysis of what they think you are and who they think you are. And I don't think anybody should have that right. Not when you are a perfectly healthy, well adult. And I don't want anybody making judgment over my own classification in order, because all they've done thus far with that self-taken authority is abused me. They've abused me several ways by having me forcibly hospitalized, having me forcibly imprisoned. They've abused their privilege. And it's not all right, and it's not fair. It's abuse of my civil and my human rights. And it's an absolutely disgusting profession. Star 1978, Star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken. Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.